Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. We're back in our Mig-21bis and we've got today the start procedure. Now it's not the official MiG start procedure or the official DCS start procedure, it's the Grim Reapers start procedure from Stahl. It's the one that we use because it's most optimal, we think. Right, Stahl, when you're ready, fire away.
Right, so you'll be happy to hear that the startup procedure of the Mig-21 is nowhere near as complex as you probably think. You're actually supposed to be able to start this thing up in about 60 seconds and be able to take off as well in that.
Why do I doubt that?
Well, I mean, we're not going to be doing it quite as quickly right now, but in principle it is technically possible.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, we'll start off with the inverters and your battery power, which you will find on the wall panel next to your right hip. Bottom left, those three yellows.
Roger. Yeah, got them all inverters up?
Yeah, two inverters and the battery heat.
Okay, that's them three up.
Next, optional, but I still like to do it, turn up the console and the dashboard lights, which are the big black knobs.
Knobs
next to
turned. Roger.
Further, you will want to move forward to the mini circuit breakers that are horizontal. Find the first switch in the third row that says battery. You turn that, as well as the DC generator, which is right next to it.
Roger.
You also want to turn on your fuel pumps. It's the three switches in the first row on the same panel.
Roger. They're sucking.
At this point, we might want to close the canopy so we can actually hear stuff. And since we've closed the canopy, we also want to lock and hermetize it. You can find that to the top left of the gear lever. Make sure you push both of those forward, otherwise you're going to pass out if you fly high.
Nice.
Above the base of your throttle, you're going to find two switches that are yellow and like blackish. That's your engine APU and your fire extinguisher power. You want to turn both of those on. Yeah, do you remember where the oxygen gauge was?
Got him. Yep, APU's on and fire extinguisher is now on.
Good. At the front of the base of the throttle, you see the big red cover. You want to open that up, otherwise later on we're going to be unable to fire economy.
Ava.
At the very back of the throttle base, you will find the lock of the throttle. You want to open that and advance the throttle slightly to the min position.
Roger.
Next, behind the throttle, you will find your flaps buttons. You want to set that to takeoff, so the center one.
Roger.
And further back and to the left up the wall, basically 45 degrees to the left, you'll find and up is your engine start.
Stand by.
When you find that, hold it for a second or two.
Done, she's firing up.
So you'll want to watch your RPM gauge. It's in the top right of your dash. And you'll want the first stage compressor at about 50% and the second at about 35%.
Roger.
Well, more like center right actually, if you look into your type.
Okay, I'm there.
Alright, so back to the panel next to your right knee. The second row, there are two yellow switches. Those are that's your gyro power. You want to turn those.
Right knee. The first row, did you say?
Second row.
Remember? Gyro on and gyro on.
Exactly. And the last row is your JADO start and jettison systems, as well as your AC generator. Don't forget we need the JADO power to jettison flares. So that's all three switches in that row up.
Roger.
Now we're gonna turn on our main systems, which is on the panel, just above that, on the wall. So top row, all three of those.
All three top ones to the left.
Second row, everything up as well.
Second row, everything up.
Third row, if you're carrying weapons, that's gonna be relevant, otherwise you can just ignore that part.
Yep.
So the first one, missile heat up. The second one, optionally up. This is basically the missile master arm, so you can leave it down if you want to be safe.
Roger.
The other two definitely up. That's your pylon power.
Yep.
Your gun power in the bottom row up. The sight power up. You don't need the gun cam. but the last one, the yellow one, your IFF decoder, you also want to turn on.
Roger.
Next, you move forward a little bit, underneath the emergency gear handle.
Roger.
Turn the SOD on, and turn the IFF and the RWR on, so it's the first, third and fourth switch in it.
Roger.
If you go straight down from there, the 3 radar switches, you want to set the first one to the center position so the radar goes on standby, otherwise you won't be able to use it immediately. It takes a while to warm up. The second one I also like to set to the center position because there's really no downside to filtering out the ground.
Roger.
The third one you want to leave down because if you're going to use it air to air, you don't want beam mode on.
Roger.
Underneath the HUD, remember that piece of paper?
Yep.
To the right of that, there's a solver switch, and to the bottom of that is a solver switch. That's your pipper and your fixed.
Hey firm, looks good.
Underneath that, right next to that big yellow cover, there's a little button that says MPP adjust.
Roger.
Look at your compass and press that until your compass stops moving.
Done.
Finally, if you also want to arm your gun already, very top left of the dashboard, the 3 grey buttons, just press one of them.
Yep, one of them, load the guns. Ah, that sounded good.
By the way, Cap, did you set your cockpit to English? Because you can't do that.
No.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, that's it. So that's it. We're done. We're ready to move. Okay. Well, I hope that helped. That was the guaranteed to please Grim Reaper's startup procedure for the MiG-21bis. Hope that was useful, and we'll see you later.